Hey guys, it's Chris from SurviveNnThrive. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a measurement stick. Now what you can use a measurement stick for is determining heights of trees or certain objects. It's a very simple method to use. Usually it helps to do it with two people, but I'm going to be doing it by myself and I'm going to show you how to do it by yourself. It's extremely easy. So I'm just going to get right into it. So the first thing you need is you want a stick. A fairly straight stick, preferably with bark still on it. It makes this easier to mark out the stick for the actual measurements. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be using that far tree. I don't know if you can see it. This pine right here that's missing all this bark. It's straight here. You can see the wood pile come up to it. But that's the tree I'm going to be using. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk over there first, and I know my height. That's the key to this. You need something you know the height of to start this. So hopefully everybody knows their approximate height. I'm only 5'7". I know I'm short. I accept it. I embrace it. So I'm going to walk over there and stand up to the tree and make a mark on the tree above my head. So I know from the ground to that point is 5'7". Okay guys, so you probably can't see this on camera, but on that tree that I just measured myself up on, I took my pocket knife and actually made a mark above my head on the tree and then turned around and stuck the knife into the tree. That way I can see it, so I know from the base of that tree to where that knife is about 5'7". So I'm going to try to get this so you're over my shoulder for this. Now what I want to do to measure this out, hold on, I'm going to move some stuff out of the way. Okay, so now that you're over my shoulder, get up a little higher. So now you got your stick. What you want to do is you're going to be using the top of the stick to actually measure from your spot and your thumb to mark the length at a distance. So what you're going to do is just hold the stick in the middle, and I'm going to put the stick out in front of me. Make sure I'm not blocking you. Where's my screen? So I'm going to put the stick out in front of me like this, and I'm going to match it up to the actual tree. See, I can see my knife mark, so I'm going to put the top of the stick at that knife mark, closing one eye, and then I'm going to move my thumb to the base of where the bottom of that tree is where I was standing. So I know on my stick at a distance, this will be a 5'7" marker. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep my thumb there, take out my other knife, and I'm just going to make a simple little tally mark in my stick. You can make it bigger. I'll make it bigger so you can see it. So I made a tally mark. So that is 5'7". Sorry about that, my camera died. But luckily I have extra batteries. So as I was saying, trying to get back in here. Oops. As I was saying, you can use this stick to measure if you want to climb a tree. Well, not climb a tree, but if you need to use this tree for a project and it needs to be so high or so tall, you can measure this out to get a rough estimate of how tall it is. If you hit a cliff face in a situation and you're like, well, should I climb it? Well, I have this much feet of rope, and you want to know how high the cliff face is, you can use this. There's just a few different things like that you can use it for. So, as you saw before, I already marked my stick out. So now I'm going to measure. I want to figure out how tall this tree is. So if I chop it down, I want to make sure it doesn't fall and hit my pallet cabin. So, with you over my shoulder, we're going to go using this marker here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got 6 full stick lengths of what I measured for this thing. So that would estimate the tree at a little over, probably between 35 and 40 feet. So I know the distance between my cabin and that tree is over that distance. So I know I can safely chop that down and it will not crush my cabin. If I were trying to climb something and I needed a safety rope to go up to the top to belay, up to the top and come all the way back down, and I didn't know the length of it, but I know I have 300 feet of rope, and I use this method and I find out that the cliff face is 300 feet. Obviously I'm not going to be able to put a rope up and all the way back down to belay. So it's just a few little things like that you can use it for. Okay guys, so that was the measurement stick. It's a very simple thing to do. It has its applications, as I just said, with the rock face, or if I want to cut a tree down and I don't want it to hit something or land somewhere, or maybe I do want it to land that far. If I push it over, make a bridge out of it or something. This is an easy way to measure it instead of having to try to climb up the tree with a measure tape and all that fun stuff. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions regarding the measurement stick or anything like that, feel free to message me with any questions. My email will be in the description below. Other than that, thanks for checking out my channel, thanks for checking out my videos, and I hope to see you around.